Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you all good and welcome to Current Affairs Influx. Let's begin today's daily current affairs. March 8th, we observe International Women's Day, and every year globally it is observed on the every March 8th it is observed as a International Women's Day, and this day recognizes the social, economic, cultural, and the political achievements of women. Where the event celebrates women's achievements and raise awareness about women's equality and lobbies for accelerated gender parity. Whereas the first International Women's Day was observed in the year 1911, and then on United Nations began celebrating International Women's Day in the International Women's Year in 1975. Next one. Here if you see the theme of the International Women's Day 2022 is Gender Equality Today for a Sustainable Tomorrow. Next one. T. Rajakumar, named as the president of the FATF. Here the full form of FATF is Financial Action Task Force. Here the T. Rajakumar, who belongs to Singapore, has been named as the president of FATF, where FATF is the world's anti-money laundering and anti-terrorism financing agency. And he is going to serve as the president of FATF for the upcoming 2 years. And he replaces Sir Dr. Marcus Player, who belongs to Germany. Here the headquarters of FATF is at Paris, France, which is founded in the year 1989. Next one. MSME Ministry launches Samrat, which is a special entrepreneurship program. Which is a special entrepreneurship promotion drive for women. Here the Ministry of MSME, which is under Narayan Rane, has launched a special entrepreneurship promotive drive for women, which is named as Samrat. And the Union Minister for MSME is Narayan Rane, and it is launched with Ministry of State for MSME Sri Bhanu Pratap Singh Verma. And this Samrat is launched for the women to provide skill development and market development assistance to women and to train more than 7,500 women candidates from rural and suburban areas for the financial year of 2022 and 23. Next one. Finance Minister Sitaraman launches first color souvenir coin on Panchtantra. The Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has launched the first color souvenir coin on Panchtantra, and she launched this coin on the occasion of the 17th Foundation Day of SPMCIL. Here the full form of SPMCIL is Security Printing and Minting Corporation of India Limited. Where here the Nirmala Sitharaman is the finance ministry and launched the first color souvenir coin on Panchtantra. Here if you see the minting press which are located in India, there are 4 minting press which are located at Mumbai, Hyderabad, Kolkata and Noida. And there are 4 printing press in our country. They are at Devas, which is in Madhya Pradesh, Nasik in Maharashtra, Mysore in Karnataka and Salboini in West Bengal. Here recently we have also seen that is SPMCIL has set up a new banknote printing lines at its currency note press at Nashik and Devas in India. Here the chairman and the MD of SPMCIL is Tripti Patra Ghosh. Next one. Paytm to offer digital ticketing services by partnering with IRCTC. Here the full form of IRCTC is Indian Railway Catering and Tourism Corporation, whereas the Paytm, which is a digital payments company, has announced that it has expanded its partnership with IRCTC to provide consumers with digital ticketing services at ATVMs. Here ATVM means automatic ticket vending machines. Here where the passengers are able to scan the QR codes which are generated on the ATVMs while purchasing the unreserved train tickets or the platform tickets. And this is the first time that Indian Railways has made it possible for the customers to pay for ticket service online using UPI. Whereas the Paytm's largest ATVM digital payment solution is in addition to the company's other railway related offerings, which includes e-catering payments also. Here, the CEO of Paytm is Vijay Shekhar Sharma, whereas the chairman and the CEO of IRCTC is VK Tripathi, that is Vinay Kumar Tripathi. Next one. Dabur becomes first Indian plastic waste neutral FMCG company. Here, the full form of FMCG is fast moving consumer goods, where in this here the FMCG company means where the products which are manufactured that sell quickly at a relatively low cost are known as FMCGs companies, where the products manufactured will be sold quickly. And these where these this the products which includes like cool drinks, liquids, milk, fruits and vegetables, and many more like this. Here, the Dabur India has become the first Indian consumer goods company to become completely plastic waste neutral, and it has done this by collecting and the processing and recycling around 27,000 metric tons of post-consumer plastic waste during the financial year 21 and 22. Here, the CEO of Dabur is Mohit Malhotra, and it is headquartered at Ghaziabad. Next one. 2000 kilometer network to be brought by the Indian Railways under Kavach scheme in 2022-23. Here the Kavach scheme, which is a here the Kavach, which is designed to protect trains by preventing them from passing the danger, that is red signal, and colliding. Whereas this trial of Kavach functioning system has been examined by Union Minister of Railways, that is Ashwini Vaishnav, and the Union Minister of Electronics Communications and Information Technology. Whereas the Indian Railway has said that the total of 2000 kilometers of railway network will be brought under this scheme by 2022 and 23. And this is a part of Prime Minister's Atmanirbhar Bharat, where in this scheme they have allowed while testing they have allowed two trains to follow in the same line, moving opposite directions, so that in the two trains there is a kavach installed, so that by the sensors those two will be stopped by automatically without the pilots pilot signals, and those two trains say speed will be decreased to 30 kilometers per hour. And by this scheme we can stop the accidents which are occurring now by colliding of the two trains which are coming oppositely. Here, if you see, the Union Minister of Railways is under Ashwini Vaishnav, and the chairman and CEO of Railways is VK Tripathi, that is Vinay Kumar Tripathi. Next one. Maru Mahotsav or Jaisalmer Desert Festival celebrated in Rajasthan. Here, the Jaisalmer Desert Festival, which is also known as Maru Mahotsav of Golden City, has started at Pokhran village in Jaisalmer, Rajasthan, where it is a 4 day long annual event which is started with a colorful grand procession followed by Miss Pokhran and Mr. Pokhran competitions. And in this festival, the regional folk dances such as Kalbelia, Kachigodi, Gair will also be performed. Here, the Chief Minister of Rajasthan is Ashok Gehlot, and the Governor is Kalraj Mishra. Next one. The 9th edition of India-Sri Lankan Bilateral Maritime Exercise, SLINEX, held at Vishakhapatnam. Here, the SLINEX is the Sri Lanka Indian Naval Exercise, which is a naval exercise between both India and the Sri Lankan countries, and this is the 9th edition of SLINEX, and it is held at Vishakhapatnam from 7th of March to 10th of March. And the main aim of this exercise is to enhance interoperability and improve mutual understanding between the navies of the two neighboring countries. Whereas from Indian side, INS Kirch and a guided missile INS Kirch, a guided missile corvette, has represented from the Indian Navy. Next one. Priyanka uh, Priyanka Nutaki becomes the 23rd woman Grandmaster of India. Here, the Priyanka Nutaki, who is 19 years of old, has secured her final women Grandmaster at the 47th National Women's Chess Championship, whereas she became the 23rd women Grandmaster f- from India, and she is from Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh. Next one. Keegan Peterson and Heather Knight has announced as the ICC Player of the Month for the month of January. Here, the Keegan Peterson, who represents the South African represents the South African team, and the Heather Knight, who represents the England team as a captain, were voted as the ICC Players of the Month for January 2022. In the men's category, Keegan Peterson was a sensation during the home test series against India, who scored the highest runs of 276 runs and also named as the player of the series. Whereas from the women's team, the captain of England women's cricket team, Heather Knight, uh, was uh, uh, was voted as the ICC Player of the Month for January. So that, by for her beat of the competition from Sri Lanka captain Chemery and the West Indies star Deandra Dottin. Next one. Thank you everyone. Stay safe and stay strong.